Alright, this is Chris with Rekkid Talk. Today I'm going to attempt to do the soul vinyl tag. So Lovell Andrew started this tag. He's got a great collection. I don't have a great collection in this genre. Um, I've picked up enough stuff recently, some of it through Vinyl Me Please, that I can get through most of his questions. Again, along with some of the other tags, like the folk tag and the reggae tag, I am taking some liberties with the definition of the genre. I was deciding that if soul appeared in like the name of an album, it could be in the soul vinyl tag. Although the replacements don't tell a soul, and Sebadoh Soul and Fire will not be shown in this video. So first soul album you ever bought. Now this isn't only soul, this is New Jack Swing. But this came out in 1988. I only have it on cassette. So this is Bobby Brown, Don't Be Cruel, had that song, My Prerogative on it. Of course, he had been in New Edition before that, and we know that he's obviously had a lot of trials and tribulations in his life, losing his wife, Whitney Houston, losing a couple of his children. But this is very much an outlier in my collection at this point of time. This is me in college, so I've turned my back on heavy metal. It's buying stuff like The Cure or Jane's Addiction or the Pixies would have been a much more representative choice at that point of time for me. This is kind of an outlier in my collection. Show a Motown album. Well, I didn't think I had any Motown albums, but I pulled up my collection on Discogs and typed in Motown. It turns out I do have exactly one Motown album, Erykah Badu with Mama's Gun. So this came out in, I think, the late 90s. Obviously, this is a recent reissue. So here's the back. It's a Vinyl Me Please. The Motown part of it is tiny, but that's my Motown album, Erykah Badu. Show a recent soul album you bought. Well, here's where I'm going to use the soul appearing in the album title. Let me pull out the insert so we don't get the jewel case glare. Angelique Kidjo, Black Ivory Soul. So she's sort of, she's originally from Benin in West Africa. This is really more sort of a Afro-Brazilian sort of hybrid of music, but it's pretty good, and so I chose to show it. Show a Soul 45 or 12-inch. I didn't really have anything. Again, I stretched it. I'm going to show, I do own an Alabama Shakes 45, and yes, I realize Alabama Shakes is more rock, but I'm going to show it. So this is a Third Man record. So this has, and again, this would have been recorded live. So side A is a song called Be Mine, and side B is a song called You Ain't Alone from Alabama Shakes. Show a live soul album. Here's another thing I got recently, and this is great. This is King Curtis live at Fillmore West. I think I showed this in one of my other recent videos. And so, of course, King Curtis was kind of the leader of Aretha Franklin's band. He was tragically murdered, I think a few months after this had been recorded in 1971. Favorite all-time male singer? I'm going to kind of go with an obvious choice here. I'm going to go with Marvin Gaye. I have this Marvin Gaye in concert CD. And so I'm going to go with Marvin Gaye. Who's your all-time female singer? Again, I would probably go obvious with Aretha Franklin. I actually don't have any Aretha Franklin on physical format, so I'm going to cheat and show this Billie Holiday record. Yes, I realize she's jazz, but I felt like showing this lady sings the blues. I don't think I've shown this album before. So again, another Vinyl Me Please, which is kind of beefing up my collection in sort of jazz and soul and R&B, which were real weak spots in my collection. Show a funk record. So I'm going to show this Parliament CD, Parliament Chocolate City. So I guess Washington, D.C. is Chocolate City. Show a classic soul album from the 1960s. So here's another time where I cheated and just went with soul appearing in the title of the album. So this is Hank Mobley's album Soul Station. Yes, it's a jazz record. Hank Mobley with Art Blakey, Wynton Kelly, and Paul Chambers. So again, this is a recent reissue on the Blue Notes Classic Vinyl Series. So I'm going to use that as my 60s album. Show a classic one from the 70s. I'm going to show an Al Green album. Al Green Gets Next to You. And you'll notice that these are all in good shape because these are all recent reissues. I don't really have any original OG stuff. Al Green Gets Next to You. I have an Al Green Greatest Hits on CD I used for the comp video. Show a classic soul album from the 80s. So again, I'm going to get a little bit creative here. I'm going to show this Jake Solo record called Boogie Legs. So he's from Nigeria, so this is really sort of disco-y sounding Afrobeat music. This is kind of fun party music. So Boogie Legs, Jake Solo. This came out in 1980. Don't really have... I skipped your favorite soul album question, so I'm going to come back to it because I just realized it when I saw the album jacket sitting here. And I know I'm pretty sure Lovell had showed this in his video, but Funkadelic Maggot Brain. Funkadelic Maggot Brain. And so, I mean, just scorching guitar work. So even if you don't like soul music, if you're just a guitar person, you would still want this. Favorite soul song, I'm just going to go ahead and mention the song Mercy, Mercy Me by Marvin Gaye. So we're in at about 8 minutes, so obviously not a lengthy vinyl tag video, but my collection in this genre is kind of weak, but I hope you appreciated it. Maybe if this gets done next year, I'll have some more cool stuff to show.